At least I'm not wasting resources when I have access to them. It includes my physical body. I'm not interested in the world. What I wanted to talk about is along the up the alley of that attitude. Um, how stupid, if you want to call it narcissism, because it goes right up their alley. Um, how stupid it is to think that people are the answer. Like, they think, oh, I just got to find somebody else. Somebody is for me. There's the soulmate thing, and I say we're all mated as soul. Get over it. Back up. Take a deep breath, log into reality, how peaceful it is, and then handle the truth with care. Handle yourself with care so that the truth does you well, I guess. But getting back to the subject matter, it's dawning on me because I never really got into it. I was always into something like say my music or my animals or time to cook some food or I'm not saying that I never had a social life. I never integrated myself and had like a clique with people, my gang. I had or had ever had friends. No, no. Um, but we had something between us, maybe, and that's very illusory. As far as life, I mentioned things like music, gardening, animals, and sure we can have that in between us and do that. But see, but when you're a kid and growing up now, that's how I'm reflecting. Is just we're going through a process of um, younger to so-called older, but really it's just a process of awakening, I guess, and becoming more and more. And you realize that age, the getting younger and older is kind of an illusion, and so is death. And whatever you do, don't at least get the right sickness, which is, do you have a so-called human body here, a 5-pointer? Congratulations, you have a disease called life. Hopefully you realize through and through that it is in fact a terminal disease, and that you're you're bound to death, babes. You're bound to an experience that is kind of woo. For sure the kids aren't interested. And having said that, most adults, God, this conversation. I'm trying to heal myself all the time, and it could be possible that this life, like I said, with the terminal illness, and then finally you die. Thank God. That's your savior there. Um, see, people that are getting older, or you can reach a point of misery, I guess. And I didn't just say I'm miserable. I'm a bliss body, by the way. I'm a bliss body. I will not complain about like my pain. A lot of people have spent their whole life, like, well, at least a good portion of their elder life, maybe complaining about their pain. And everybody knows, including Eckhart Tolle, that when you start complaining about your pain and it starts taking over your dialogue, you treat it. First of all, you can get over your pain. I'm here to tell you there's instant healing by going in and doing that work, man. You have to look. And maybe part of it is admitting that people do not exist, not like you think they do. And that is one of the biggest gaslights on this plane. People thinking that they're more real than now, and the truth, and the reality. They're not logged in. It's a gaslight. That is what's making people sick. Yep, yep. And if you're lucky enough, you're able to spend time alone enough, long enough to see something. Now, there's where we have our famous story of the 40 days and 40 night excursion, where whatever Christ's story was talking about in that story goes out to the desert. It's all a metaphor. Goes out to the desert. Boy, all you have to do is join a crowd of however many people doing whatever, standing in line at the market waiting for it to open in the middle of the morning because there's a sale or whatever, just to get a bunch of so-called people around. that aren't awake, and you will experience the worst desert to experience on this plane. You're better off going into a fucking Sahara desert and trying to figure out is this stink bug good for me or not? Because they're not reality oriented. They've been taken. You want to talk about Satan? The good old hellhole up there? The Holy Ghoster. It's everywhere. And you want to know what the church is? Setting itself right on top of the fact that you have a profound responsibility to get into the truth, know the difference between reality and your own mind, and really it's by way of having gotten a hold of that mind, see, by way of awareness. You're aware that that thing is there. And the only way to conquer it not taking over you and constantly, see, it could be a constant fight, but I don't think so. No, if you do meditation, the way you get over it, the way you see it plainly, that's what meditation is here to see. And this is why Christians, and well, namely the Catholic, does not like meditation. They think you're evil. They don't know. They have so much disrespect for the presence of life, really. I mean, your life. Talk about narcissists. And this is the contradiction, right? They think that you don't exist. And it's like, no, I see, because I started out saying that people don't exist. And it's like, no, what I'm saying is that what's in your mind, like right now, it's just, I'm coming across this profound thing in my life. It's like, no. If anybody would know, I know. See, I've been alone in these mountains. I've been living, well, it's still the mountains, even though that there's a pile up of people that they don't know where they are. And they live like something else is going on, other than just, did you make it to the mountains? Do you notice did you get your easy life? It's supposed to be easy now. Your mind doesn't want it to be easy, because that means it doesn't exist. See, reality is peace. What is reality? Talk about that space. Now, there is a lot of sound. It's nothing but sound, and those two words can be used as, like I say, I would akin it to pure awareness. Just a wheel that is going so fast, it's so tuned, sound. It's not wobbling, and it's not going this way or that way. It's right on center, as the heart is here in the center. And that's the possible here. That's the only possible here now that you have. That's the peace. Breathe. You can feel it anywhere. Inside of a darn airport, a fucking courthouse, a room full of screaming people. If you've actually really sincerely found it, you'll find that, first of all, you don't find yourself in places where so much discord is happening within everybody's inner being that they're not able to be present, like this and that. And you're just, fortunately, like I said in the beginning, fuck the world, goodbye. That thing over there is a trampoline for people that do not know that there's a bigger picture. Like there's a real work to do here. You can get lost over there with all of the work you think you're doing, or whatever you think you need to do with that. But the real work and the real service you'll be doing is when you find your inner peace through sorting out the outer, and especially finding out the nature of the mind. That is actually what Buddhism and what we're here to talk about, is that if you don't see the mind, if you don't go through the mind, you're not going to get to reality. You're not going to get to the truth. And I didn't just say that that's the main thing. That's like the portal. You have to get that, tune it in, and it's like, no, it's all here. But see, as awareness, you are here. Now, did you notice the mind over there? And all of the other minds around you trying to make it valid through you. They couldn't do it without you. Now, welcome to, again, there's the world over there, and then your politicians that are asking you to, oh, it's $10. $10 is all we need because we got this, but there isn't much time. You know what I mean. And I hate to tell you, since the days of Christ Jesus, I mean, I don't really know what that is, but there's some kind of story, there's a story that does not leave, and it makes you contemplate your very existential reality. Like, well, who was right, who was wrong, who would you want to be in that movie? And so um, it tells plenty right there of what could possibly might be unfolding. Still trying to overlay the church and the courts and the whole system full of the monetary. I pick on that thing because, well, it's easy because when you don't have any, it's a trip. See, I'm going like this now. The study is how that other people, the illusion of other people, say they make you long for something that's not really there, which is other people, right? And it's like, no, wait a minute. See, and money is kind of a buffer um, to um, making a breakthrough, I would say, because it's certainly not the place to go to start studying. Well, yeah, there's a problem with the quality of our associating as far as people in general. It's sure not working very well, so I think money is where we should hide. No, in fact, that is the fucking fallback place. That is the net. Like, that is the. You lost. Did you lose your balance? Really, it's love. Because they did replace the Libra word. Keywords used to be I love. But every single book written after the Second World War, for whatever reason, says I balance now. Yep. Find any book written in English, um, or even Germany, or for the world, right? Because it's astrology, and they're trying to. Who knows how badly it's been altered? And I don't think it's a bad alteration because I think they do try to say, oh no, it's just human, it's just energy. Money, it's just energy. See, I've never heard anybody say humane. It's just humane energy. No, they say it's just energy. And pardon my look, I've been getting uglier. And I try to talk about how you're being, you can have people trying to put spells on you. And because I've fought plenty of demons, and they're not anything that I have from within me. No, you're in a peculiar place here, and you better wake the fuck up and start. I wouldn't say fighting, but keeping your vibrational frequency to this. Really, I hate to see. I'm contradicting myself a lot, especially in my mind in this particular video, because I say be real, but and never put a fake smile on. But is this actually fake? Did you achieve something that says, you know what? I know what's going on. You think that my sense of humor and my joking around doesn't mean business? You have another fucking thing coming. And there's where I think in the story of Christ Jesus, if they don't depict that character as being equally beautiful but fucking ugly, or say, yeah, loving, and then boom, can actually fucking cause somebody to go blind because, excuse me, you seem to be against not only my best interest, but the best interest of yourself, polluter, or whatever like this, you see. And, oh, that tone of voice, nobody likes that. They're like, yeah, and it's like, no, actually, that's why you get shit to dance around you in resonation. We're not talking about your eggshells that is ultra sensitive because you can't do the work that is needed. It's hard. It's hard. You like your general, huh? Up! Get up now! It's 5 in the morning. Let's do it. Evil gets up at the same time, so say your prayers, ring your bell, rock the bells. Woo! Overpower the lower vibrational frequency. They depend on that. You see, they would never have gotten next to you, your narcissist or whatever you're struggling with as a toxic person, would not have gotten next to you unless you've raised yourself down to the level that is anything other than just your pure awareness. Now, your mind cannot have pure awareness. Pure awareness is, now, do you remember when I just clapped? I'm doing a lot of contradictions because, see, the narcissist wants your mind, and they want your attention, and they want your awareness, I guess. They want to hijack you. They don't want your awareness. They can't live with awareness around them. They want your mind. See. And you're supposed to not know about your awareness, see. That's the same as saying you're not supposed to know about reality. You're not supposed to know about the truth. So when they clap, they're scaring you with the anxiety that the mind can really be when it starts to turn and see itself. as just being aware. Yeah, that's the trap that they're in. See, I do this because we talk about the narcissist too. There's one's horrible. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know if it's narcissism. That's not the right word nowadays. It's just toxic fucking presences that are here that you should be able to identify it like this because you get the gut feeling, right? And if you're not distracted enough by people, even your false sense of self, then you'll notice right away, no, this is not safe, this is not healthy, and this is nothing that I want to expose my achievement of peace to, within and without. This is ungrateful shit. This is rude. And it could be just a mind there. Really, the more you start so-called waking up, the more you're going to see, no, 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 no. It's not necessarily people. It's like, let's look at it. Like, well, I've been taking care of myself. I've been personally getting into it really right now. I'm not doing the cartoon. Really, I'm talking about me. The food has helped. I've been able to level my whole body and my mentality and my emotional life out with keeping my food good in me. See, over the last 4 years, I was doing good with everything that I was doing on my own. I didn't need government assistance. I worked alone. I didn't notice it. Just happened to have a business that it was by word of mouth. I was doing yard work and housework, and I had um, permanent customers, and I even had like my medicinal work that I did with my herbals and stuff, and that's still trying to happen. I mean, all of it could try to still happen, but I have been uh, just accepting that. Well, I'm being boycotted by what, the universe? Well, because why? Well, I was getting into okay the C-19 thing. I'm thinking, oh, I can handle. I hate this story, by the way, but here it is, the 17th, and let's hope that we can get through all of this. That see the pain that we carry from our past, the stuff that we can't seem to drop that has shaped us into what we are now. And I refuse to be this thing that has emerged, and it's been all over YouTube here. Call it Neptune oppose my fucking Venus. Very pathetic, and it's kind of creeping back and kind of going back like that. And we can look at that movement that Neptune is about to do. Um, and you know, trying to get over it. See, because I'm very premonition oriented. I'm an intuitive person. I'm a spiritual person. And this is my Neptune here. This is everybody's Neptune. See, I'm a Neptunian person. It's trine. And when you say that, the trine, when it's a positive aspect of Neptune, all it is like it's like you're saying you're a channel. You're a medium. You know that you're an artist. You are going to see, you're a spiritual person. You're not lost. See, the other part of it, really, I mean, really the most part of it, that a lot of people aren't mastering that fucking Neptune over there. They're not mastering their TV set. They're letting it take them over. Now let's talk about the desert again. The desert scape. That you think that that's real, or you think that Facebook is real. You think that I am real. The thing that you see on your screen when it's fucking rude to me. See, I am an entertainer, I'm an artist, and I know the difference between a picture taken of me over there and me. And this is the thing we need to really keep fucking talking about. Saying really, because it does start to turn into pictures too, right? You're doing mental pictures, and that comes with a word. Now you're letting a word take you over. Yeah, abracadabra. There's a faction of people, most of you out there, making fun of you now. I'm sick and tired of it because I'm alone and I'm hearing that there's an alarm coming from all dimensions saying, babes, when are these people going to wake up? Who's going to take the next step to keep the possibility of human evolution in play? Well, yeah, we have to mention that just because I say water, 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 it's coming down, drops, drops, a cup of water. Turn inward onto your face. Splash, splash, splash. You're not getting wet. You're not going to get wet from that. And that's the same with you people that give thought all of the power in the world. No. Words are a lie. So is your thoughts. Behaviors are real. Tedious place we live in. You can't just check out and be a cartoon and grab a hold of the mind and try to get everybody else in their mind and create a web like that, which is, talk about danger. Not a single good fruit there. Not for the kids. They know better. They know better. They know the truth until they start believing what they're told. I'm going to end this at 2222 because you can. You can be very conscious of everything, and you can say, you know what, I'm going to begin this like this, and I bet you anything that we're going to start, or we're going to end from where I very much began, especially as a master. And you're like, oh no, here's a mind that wants to do the tango, and it's like, you know what? In the West, we do the tango, and in the West, eventually, we're going to make you eat it. You are sick with your mind. The mind and illness are synonymous. There isn't any such thing as a healthy mind. You can have a healthy imagination, and that means that you have discarded the mind enough to where now you have implanted it with not bullshit that you're imagining, but real live experiences that now you keep looping back and you say, no, this is the way I learned. This is the way I learned to learn, which was to discard the mind, and you look into the field of information called the truth. I was looking at Neptune, try to tell you before it gets down to 2222, when does it go into Aries? How far back does it go in its retrograde? It only goes to 27 degrees. And then it goes direct here in when? October, I think that is? December. And it goes back, and then see, we're heading into a huge spiritual rapture for all of humanity, and I am humanity. When Neptune resets and hits a whole other zodiacal phase, away from Pisces, back into Aries, I don't want to say it's doom, but you better get your spiritual life together. What is that? Well, I'm a spiritual leader. If you've liked anything of my videos, it means that you are getting more sound with your heart. Yes, you are. You are having experiences more profound than any adult can tell you. You're just being a kid.